Howdy folks, Grebner here with Grebner Outdoors, and if you're wondering why I didn't go turkey hunting today, it's because I didn't have time to go this morning. I know life's a bitch, but I made it out to the woods this evening, but you can't hunt turkey in the evening for some odd reason. It's just illegal. Anyways, so what we're going to do this evening is build a squirrel snare. Now this is a take on something that I saw in Wilderness Outfitters, the African bird snare that Dave Canterbury built. This is my reimagining of it. And as far as small game snares go, they're not much good if you don't actually know how to build them, and they take a lot of practice. This is a technique that I've been working on for about a week now, but they're also not much good unless you know where to set them. Where would be a good place to set a small game snare? Now, rabbit runs are a different story. That's a rabbit snare. What I mean by a small game snare is, for squirrel, chipmunk, field mouse, something like that. Now this particular spot I could put in a deer snare if I wanted to with a tripwire. Anyhow, look for walnuts, acorns, pretty much wherever you have the food, go find some food. Now, I got a pocket full of acorns here that I picked up. Why did I pick up the acorns? So that there's only the one in plain view. That way it maximizes where they actually have to go to find the food. They know there were acorns here, but now they need to find the one acorn, so I maximized my chances. So let's get this set. This kind of snare isn't necessarily hard to make, but it's got a trigger to it. Now you're going to need a brace. Set your trigger underneath. This is a yoke for the snare that I've made by bending a sapling over and pushing it into the ground. I'm also going to need a sapling somewhere nearby that's a little bit bigger to make my snare spring. So this is my spring. It's a rather large, stout sapling. And you see that it is rather tall. The reason that it is rather tall, there you see my snare wire. The reason that it's tall is so that it has much force, and it's high enough off of the ground so that no predator, short of a bobcat, can actually get to the squirrel that's been snared. We have our snare spring. Now here you see how I've got a smaller trigger stick that I've taken some gutted 550 and attached to my spring here. Here I have a fishing leader snare wire that I have tied on with extra 550 guts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my other part of my trigger here and I'm going to take my acorn. I'm going to position this here. Now the acorn is setting underneath of my bar here, and you see that I have all these sticks driven into the ground here. The reason for that is so that whatever squirrel goes for this has to go in through the front way. Now I've got my wire that is a fishing leader. I'm just going to bend this here so that it will hold itself. Push this out a little bit. I'm also going to move that around back. This part right here must be on this side of the Y-stick yoke. So how does this actually work? Squirrel goes in after the nut, and there you have it. So I hope this video is helpful. Snares aren't that hard to make, but you got to know where to set them, and you got to be good at setting them. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at legallyconcealed.org. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you served in the military. And thanks for watching Texas Grebner Outdoors.